Welcome back everybody. Today I'm going to play a flamenco piece for you by Luigi Marraccini titled Zapateado. I'll play it both at a performance tempo and then at a slower tempo with a close-up so you can see some of the details. This is an intermediate level 1 to 2 piece from the student repertoire, and you can find it in Marraccini's book titled Flamenco Guitar Solos Volume 1, which I actually have a link for in the description below. There's some great, really easy to intermediate pieces in that book, so I suggest checking it out if you want to play some other stuff around this level. Zapateado is not only the title of this piece, but it's also one of many styles in flamenco music. The word zapateado itself means percussive footwork, like the kind you would find in flamenco dance, obviously, tap dance, Irish dance, etc. Its origins are not totally clear, but most ethnomusicologists seem to agree that its roots lie in Northwest Africa and Latin America, since the zapateado was used very widely in many dances from both regions, predating flamenco and the Spanish zapateado by quite a bit. Musically, the zapateado has its roots in the pre-flamenco tanguillo, or the tanguillo de Cádiz, which is a style of music and singing that is a staple of Spain's annual Carnaval festival. It's usually sung, traditionally speaking, in small choral groups with plucked instruments like guitar and the bandurria. I'll get into more detail about the tanguillo in another video, so if that's something you're interested in, please remember to subscribe. The traditional zapateado and tanguillo share the exact same meter and rhythm. The main difference between the two is that the tanguillos are traditionally written for voice and instrumentation, again plucked instruments, and the zapateado is written for guitar and dance, so in other words, no singing. Rhythmically, the zapateado is a little bit complex. It's a polyrhythmic style that essentially superimposes 3 meters, 2/4 time, 3/4 time, and 6/8 time. And it does so in such a way that you can count the downbeats while listening to it in any meter, and it totally works out. The polyrhythmic quality of this style makes it great for performers because it allows them to elaborate and play with phrasing quite a bit. So now I want to show you the accents and the counting for the 3 different meters for the tanguillo de Cádiz, again for the traditional zapateado. I'm going to start with 2/4 time, then I'll do 3/4, and then 6/8 time. So with 2/4 time, I'm going to use my palmas as my downbeats. You're going to hear 1, 2, 1, 2. Now what we want to do in 2/4 time is use triplets. So what that means is between every downbeat, I've got 2 evenly spaced notes. So I've got 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a. And then the accents in 2/4 time are going to be on the 1 and then what's called the and of 2. So it's going to be 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a 1. Okay, now I'm going to show you 3/4 time. This one's a little bit more confusing because it's a little bit more like rubbing your stomach and patting your head. I'm going to have my foot, that click, going, and that's going to be my 1, 2. That's going to be my 2/4 time. Okay, and then with my hands, I'm going to do 3/4 time. Now when I count 3/4 time, I want to count with even eighth notes. So instead of going 1, 2, right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I want to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. You hear the polyrhythm, right? So now the accents for this one are on 1 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Okay? The next one is going to be 6/8 time. I'm going to stop with the foot and stop with the palmas because now I'd have to have like 2 heads and 5 arms to be able to do this. So this 6/8 time is a little more straightforward. You're going to count 1 through 6, right? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the accents for the 6/8 time are on 1 and 5. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. One interesting thing to note is that the zapateado is no longer used very much for flamenco dance. Instead, it's become more of a staple of flamenco solo guitar than anything else. Like for example, Paco de Lucia's Percusión Flamenca, or Vicente Amigo's Oriente, Mediterráneo, or Vivencias Imaginadas, for example. So that being the case, without further ado, here is Luigi Marraccini's traditional zapateado for solo guitar. As always, if you have any questions about any of this material, please let me know in the comments and I will definitely answer. If I get enough of the same question, like always, I will try to make a video to reply to all of them. Okay? Thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.